how did you get this car? Tell me.
Alright, so it was 2019.
Yep.
And at the time I had a 2008 Honda Civic Si. And I really liked that car. Like, it had a really fun engine, the K20Z3, you know, 4 doors. It was perfect for school. But I just wanted something that was like rear-wheel drive, you know, convertible, easy to work on, cheap. And I was driving around Nashville with my buddy. His name's Jesse, and we saw this car like right off of 2nd Avenue with the top down. It was like a beautiful day out, and it was just sitting there. And I was like, well, you know, let me write a note and put it on his driver's seat and see what happens. So I wrote a note just saying like, hey man, I'm interested in your car. Let me know if you want to sell it. And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, man, this guy's never gonna text me back, or never gonna call me back. And I think like a few weeks later, 3 or 4 weeks later, he texted me and was like, hey, do you want to buy it? And then, you know, now I have it. 4 years later, I still have it.
Yeah, it's probably one of the cleanest NA Miatas I've ever seen, especially since it's not well taken care of by the last owner. But you did a good job of putting in a lot of work and getting the engine bay looks really nice. The exterior looks really clean. It definitely needed a lot of work when I like first got it. Yeah. So what have you done mostly maintenance wise to get it back up to? Yeah. So when I first got it, like the clutch pedal, it pretty much wouldn't even go into gear. So I had the first thing I had to do was replace the clutch master cylinder and the slave cylinder, and then after that, you know, just little things kept coming up. Like the top was torn. It had the original top on it, so I ended up replacing the top with the Robin's top. And then I just did regular maintenance, you know, typical Miata maintenance. Replaced the water pump, timing belt, changed the valve covers, just, you know, changing the fluids, oil, the diff fluids, stuff like that. So it's definitely been a process, but it's driving great now. I mean, I've had the car for 4 years and it has like 0 issues. I really enjoy it. Oh yeah. I mean, it sounds great. Like, we just filmed the driving part and the back roads. And it's still a fun little car after all these years. Yeah, if I could fit into it, I would definitely consider it. But yeah, it's definitely a fun little Japanese sports car. Yeah, it's definitely it's gonna go down in the books as an icon, I think. I mean, everyone recommends it as their first sports car, especially back when it was like cheap. Now they're like ridiculous. Yeah. So I won't tell you how much yours is worth, but like, you got it for a really good. Yeah, I got a great deal on it. Whenever I bought it in 2019, pretty much right before like COVID and the price hike, and I actually got the car for $3,000, which at the time I was like, oh, that's, you know, it's a fair deal. Like, it's a pretty good deal. Yeah. And now I don't know how much they're worth now, probably like double or triple or something like that. So yeah, definitely take good care of it and keep it for a long time. Yeah, that's the plan, is to keep it for a long time. I'd love to like do some suspension like modifications soon. Yeah, just replace more worn out bushings. Yeah. And yeah, just focus on cleaning up the interior, making it more comfortable. Just stuff like that. So we're actually gonna end up at the bottom of that hill that we came onto. Okay. We'll just go back home after that. Are you talking about the drop off on this new guardrail? It's it gets really bad. Like, it gets bad right now. It gets really bad. Yeah, we're at the top of the hill. And I'm not too familiar with this road, so I don't really push it too hard. The thing that's funny is, like, I don't know about when you went to the Tail Dragon, but when I went, well, we started at, we came in from North Carolina. Yeah, I think it was North Carolina. The south side. And so we were like at the top of the hill, pretty much. Yeah. And we worked our way down, and like on the very first pass, when I got to the very bottom, my brakes were like completely smoking on the front. Like, on this car? Yeah, on this car. It was so funny. I've never seen them like steam up like super hard like that. Yeah. How old are the brakes and the brake pads? Everything's pretty new. I replaced the brake master cylinder, all the rotors, all the brake pads, everything. So it was oh, look at that. Yeah. Someone's trying to do a burnout here. It's probably not the best place when. That's a weird looking burnout right there. Or whatever that is. But that's not a great place when if you go straight, you'll go right into this ditch. Do you have because when I went, I put on carbon ceramic. Like, I don't know how they work because they're like cheap. And like I always hear that carbon ceramic brakes are like really expensive. Yeah. But like the only thing that was smoking was my tire because I hear them like chirp when I'm turning. They're like basically at the limit of the grip.
They weren't really. My tires weren't chirping a lot. Maybe a little bit. I had just gotten them, so they were brand new.
Yeah.
And but my brakes were smoking pretty hard.
Yeah.
At least on the first pass down, but going up, and then I went really easy on it going back down again. It wasn't bad after that.
Are the brakes normally like good enough for this?
For this car, I thought they're okay. Yeah. I wouldn't say they're amazing. I mean, they're stock 1.6.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're probably like 30 years old. They're 30-year-old calibers, you know?
Yeah.
There are a lot of guys that put like the later model calipers and stuff, rotors and stuff on there. Help it brake a little bit better.
Look at this. Yeah, this is a nice little road. Look at that. You can't even see the bottom of that.
Put the windows down if you want to.
Oh, we can keep them up. Just for the wind noise. Probably won't be able to hear us talk. But yeah, you don't have to push it hard here. This is actually really sketchy.
It's super sketchy, isn't it?
Especially with like all the branches. Like, I don't know if they cleared off all the leaves yet from the storm. But yeah, this is
it's a super sketchy road. But
I don't remember if the tail of the dragon had guardrails. I think they did.
I think at some points it did.
Yeah, but this is like this is just a random road in the middle of nowhere. This is actually really cool. How you can just find like back roads that have really
there's a bunch of nice ones out in Tennessee. Like, this is why I love this part of Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember when I first moved out here, I was like, man, Cookville's gonna suck. But after, you know, just driving around, you know, different parts, I've been up those roads. I think that you're talking about like once.
Yeah.
But I think this way, and then driving back towards Nashville, and taking, I think it's called Highway 70. It's a pretty nice one, honestly, too, because it's really nice, like concave turns with nice guardrails, and it's super well paved. So
that's the best.
It's a really good road.
Yeah, I love that dark asphalt when it's just like it's just so smooth.
When it's like super fresh.
Yeah. And sometimes when I'm driving and I'm like on this really crappy graded road, I feel like my car's braking. I don't know if it's like my wheels are like, or my suspension's giving out, or it's just the road that's really poorly groomed. Does it keep on going? Like this road?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep filming.
No, it's gonna straighten out like pretty much out. Be out of horsepower.
All 116?
Yeah, something like that. Probably like 90 now.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Brand new. It's crazy, but this car actually still feels really nice.
It's not that much curvy anymore. We're gonna turn on to this road up here. I think it's called Mill Creek.
Alright.
It's a really small road. It's way
like
more narrow than that.
Oh no.
But nobody's on it. Like, it's really good back roads.
Yeah. I don't know why they like even like these are just like farmers that need this road.
Yeah, I think this is just farmland. It's really old.
Yeah. Yeah, all across like Appalachia is like just beautiful roads.
I love Appalachia. Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, like I didn't think I was gonna love it out here, but now I've been telling my wife, like, man, I wouldn't hate to retire out here, honestly. Like it's so nice.
Yeah, that's everyone that like is graduating with us is like that you got a job like 20 minutes away or something. I'm like, I'm moving to Ohio, and like there are some decent roads because near the it borders West Virginia, So like
Yeah,
a couple of like minutes outside Columbus is actually pretty twisty roads.
Yeah, because that's still part of the Appalachian Mountains. It goes up all the way up there, right?
Yeah. Keeps on going all the way until like Pennsylvania.
Oh, really? Okay.
But yeah, that's the one thing I was worried about is if I moved to Ohio and like the only thing I could do is like speed in cornfields.
Speed in cornfields.
Like that's what I used to do in Indiana. Was
highway roll racing or something.
Oh yeah. There was one night in Indiana when I forgot what I was doing. It was like probably midnight, and there was like a 2-lane on ramp, and there's like an Acura next to me, and I was like, all right, let's see if this guy wants to. So we actually raced onto the highway, and like he won because he had a like a TLX or something.
Oh, is that a 2.4?
I think it's like at least a 2-liter. The new one is a 2-liter, but I don't know how.
Are they turbocharged or are they natural?
Yeah, they're all turbocharged now.
Okay.
But yeah, those nights are always fun. It's a pretty little couch.
Mill Creek Road. Here we go.
Yeah, so.
This road is actually going to take us right back to that road that we drove up here on originally.
Ooh, look how much debris there is.
Lots of debris.
Just be careful. I'll make you lose a little grip.
Look at that.
Drive like it's wet.
It wasn't this bad last week when I came up here.
Yeah. I think because it was storming last night.
Was it? I don't even remember.
Yeah. Someone just cut their grass.
That's the worst. It's like grass and then like gravel driveways, like washing out into the roads. It's like the absolute worst.
The big gravel that like you'll actually like get.
It feels like you're hitting like freaking boulders.
Yeah. Especially in this car.
Oh yeah.
There's a few times coming back from Indiana, and Google Maps took me on some like farmer's like driveway. It was a dirt lot, and there's like dogs coming up to my car. I'm like, I don't want to run you over.
Yeah, there's a lot of debris on this road today.
Yeah.
That's alright. I love this road though because it has the creek like going alongside all of it. It's
That's
super nice.
I'm still filming and not completely blown out. Amazing. Oh man, I don't know if a Miata is the right answer for me, just because my feet is a little scrunched up. I'll try to sit in a ND Miata, but I want to get like a old car.
Like the thing that's nice about Miata is like if you crash it, like it doesn't really matter, you know. If you crash it,
I mean, it's still your car is really nice. I wouldn't want to mess up any of the original panels. But I mean, yeah, it's cheap. The parts are cheap and easy to find.
Like I could sleep a little bit better knowing I crashed this instead of like a Porsche came in or whatever, you know. But
at least those still have warranties. This you can fix by yourself in your garage, which has its own perks. That's the one thing I wanted to get is I'm spending a little more money on an apartment with a garage, or it has 2 garages, so I can put. I mean, technically you're not supposed to work on your car, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I mean, what they don't know won't hurt them, right?
Yeah. So I'll put a toolbox in there and a lift or a few jacks. And I'll work on my own cars. Look at this. That house.
Glad we're going this way. That other side's like covered in debris.
It's like the entire lane is just leaves. I see like the bigger people get access to like ridiculous things that they like turn down. That was the thing, like it kind of pissed me off and also motivates me is like, you know, Matt Farah from the Smoking Tire. He did a podcast with Doug DeMuro recently, and he was just like, I don't feel like going to the new, you know, like Honda Civic Type R launch because it just takes so much time. You know, getting a free hotel and getting to drive a new car. It's just like,
That's
all right.
like something that like you'd actually want to go do.
Yeah, like there's a lot of,
really
I mean,
fun.
yeah, like turning down opportunities because they have better things to do, and just getting access to like new cars and being able to be a part of like the community.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if there's a big like cars and coffee scene or in Nashville or.
It's huge, massive.
Yeah.
You should check it out, man.
I'll definitely go one day. There's just too much stuff that I need. I guess I'm being a hypocrite because that's the same thing I just accused Matt of doing. But like,
there is a lot to do all the time.
Yeah.
Like, not outside of like just your hobbies and your passions, but like just work and life, family obligations, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, it's
Like-
really hard to get to everything.
Yeah, like the next like 24 hours are gonna be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
So I have an exam tomorrow at 8. I'm gonna pick up the U-Haul right after, and then I'm gonna have like one mover guy come to move my bed, and then I need to get to Ohio by tomorrow because I have a drug test for my new job.
Wow, so you're literally gonna be in Ohio tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I hope to be there by tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow night. Yeah. This is a great little road. As long as you know there's no hairpin coming up.
Nah, we're good.
That's the one thing of the Tail of the Dragon. Like the first time I was there, I was like going really slow, and I was behind a Wrangler.
I'm gonna piss off the neighbors. Oh, actually we won't because they can't hear us.
Huh. I wonder. I wonder if like people actually like can hear you or like be are like not out of their house like working. Like obviously like people like live here.
I feel like it's really. It sounds really loud. At least like to me, it sounds really loud in here.
Yeah, in here.
But I don't know. I feel like it's super quiet outside.
Do you have a exhaust in here?
No, nothing. Nothing's done to it for an exhaust.
And there's no emissions in Tennessee, right?
There used to be in Nashville, but they just got rid of it.
Dude, that's so sick.
I think the rest of the counties don't have emissions.
I don't know how they don't have like just a million of cars just have no cat, just the straight pipe V8s. But I don't. I mean, I hear a few obviously. There's like mostly they're just trucks. They're going way too
That's
fast.
pretty much it. Into that road. Now we're back on that road that we came up.
Yeah. Mostly just trucks that are like going really fast.
Yeah, there's a lot of turbo diesels around here. Just rolling coal, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of truck guys. There's a lot of truck guys in Cookville.
Oh yeah. I mean like in that ice class there's a lot of
Oh yeah, like half the class is like, yeah. Oh, F-150.
I mean, I eventually kind of want to get a truck just to tow like my car to a track, or just to like to do like housework.
It's super convenient for that, like grab some boards of wood or something.
Yeah. It's like I'm not gonna be able to fit like a couch in my Honda anytime soon.
Just strap it to the roof, man. Get some ratchet straps.
Oh my god.
I saw I think it was yesterday or the day before. I saw like a brand new Toyota Camry, maybe like a few years old, like maybe like 2017 or 18, 19.
Yeah.
And it had like a pallet with a whole bunch of furniture like strapped to the top of it.
That's ridiculous.
It was so funny. Oh my god. Sheep love road.
Is this also another fun road?
Yeah. This one takes you to the bottom of the hill.
All right. This is a perfect day to do this. I don't think we're gonna be able to hear us talk unless like I'm like talking really loud, because this car is really loud. Like I kind of appreciate it because of all the like the new cars that just have insane like sound deadening. Like every single like seal is adhesive and a bunch of like extra material.
You sure you want to put the top down or something? For some pictures or something?
Oh yeah, we could definitely do
This would probably be a good road. There's a few like really pretty sections where you can get out. And, like I can drive by if you want.
Okay.
Or you can drive by if you want.
Oh no, dude, I don't want to miss. Honestly, man, let's not waste a good day. with your blown, smoked out clutch. If I was gonna drive another manual, I would just buy a new GR86 and just drive it off the lot and figure it out.
It really only takes like, it took me like a week to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
And it took me a month to get like pretty good at it.
Yeah.
And now it's just, I've been driving stick shift since I was like 16 now at this point, so it's
Oh, careful.
definitely.
Alright, I'm gonna stop filming here.
It's an afterthought.
Yeah. Screw it. That's the problem with like the 911, the Porsche 911, is they don't have they weren't built to be convertibles, so they kind of looks really weird, and you have to like, has like a little like thing behind it where it opens up and then it slides in the hood. But the Boxer looks really nice. It slides right in just like this.
That road that we were just on, Mill Creek, you're gonna think that road is like in good condition to where this one. This one's like super bumpy. I'm like,
No, I mean, is the road bumpy or is like
it's the actual road?
Alright, okay.
It's a little, it's not too bad, but it's
No, that's fine. As long as there's not like crap in the road that'll like make you spin out or something.
But like the thing that's cool about these roads back here is there's absolutely no one back here ever, like never. And the tail of the Dragon is super busy.
Oh, the day I went, it was beautiful. There's like one time I got caught behind traffic, but then I saw like on the weekend it was like the entire parking lot was just filled with people.
Yeah, it was when I went on the weekend, and it was like a Honda meet weekend.
Oh no,
So
that's
it was like super.
actually like you're just like behind, like 10 feet behind the person behind you, and everyone going like 10 miles an hour.
It wasn't that bad, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah, like the way I don't know if I just uploaded a video. I was like actually going like really fast. Like trying to hit every single apex, accelerating at the right spot, hitting every single corner at max grip.
How many times have you been to the Tail of the Dragon?
Last week was my second time, but I do a few laps every time. But yeah, it's kind of far away. It's like 2 hours away almost.
Yeah, it's kind of far.
But it's like still like a beautiful road. So I'm gonna miss it because I'm probably not gonna be down here. I'll probably, when I buy my new car, I'll come down here again. It's like one spot. At least your suspension didn't rattle like mine does. You can hear like the rubber bushings like falling apart.
It definitely rattles a lot, man. This thing's old.
Dude, this car makes you feel like you're going like 80 and it's like you're going like 45. That's like actually really cool. You can like do safe stuff but feel like
I'm like literally like floor all the way to the all the way to the floor,
yeah. You know that saying like going slow car fast is more fun than going in a fast car really
That's
slow.
literally like the essence of a Miata.
Yeah.
is that right?
Ow. Just like broke my arm.
Oh yeah, of course.
Watch out.
You got it.
Alright, how do you do it?
You gotta have like super strength to pull it from
Like that? Is it in?
Yeah. You wanna put the windows up and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the rear. The rear. There we go.
It's a little sketchy. You can smell the
Smell the 90s.
AC air. Ah man.
It's kind of like a weird feeling.
What?
Driving a car that was around like 9 years.
That's like
before you were born.
before you were born, yeah.
Yeah.
And the
seatbelt
barely works. Yeah, I think like that's saying like they don't make them like they used to. I'm pretty sure cars now like barely last 10 years,
Yeah,
especially with all the electronics.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a great day to do this then. So how did you get this car? I mean, you already told me, but just like tell me
Alright,
again.
so it was 2019,
Yep.
and at the time I had a 2008 Honda Civic Si, and I really liked that car. Like, it had a really fun engine, the K20Z3, 4 doors. It was perfect for school, but I just wanted something that was like rear-wheel drive, convertible, easy to work on, cheap. And I was driving around Nashville with my buddy, his name's Jesse, and we saw this car like right off of 2nd Avenue with the top down. It was like a beautiful day out, and it was just sitting there. And I was like, well, let me write a note and put it on his driver's seat and see what happens. So I wrote a note just saying like, hey man, I'm interested in your car. Let me know if you want to sell it. And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, man, this guy's never gonna text me back, or never gonna call me back. And I think like a few weeks later, 3 or 4 weeks later, he texted me and was like, hey, do you want to buy it? And then now I have it. 4 years later, I still have it.
Yeah, it's probably one of the cleanest NA Miatas I've ever seen, especially since it's not well taken care of by the last owner. But you did a good job of putting in a lot of work at getting the engine bay looks really nice. The exterior looks really clean.
It definitely needed a lot of work when I first got it.
Yeah. So what have you done mostly maintenance wise to get it back up to?
Yeah, so when I first got it, like the clutch pedal, it pretty much wouldn't even go into gear. So the first thing I had to do was replace the clutch master cylinder and the slave cylinder. And then after that, just little things kept coming up. Like the top was torn. It had the original top on it, so I ended up replacing the top with the Robin's top. And then I just did regular maintenance, typical Miata maintenance. Replaced the water pump, timing belt, changed the valve covers, just changing the fluids, oil, the diff fluids, stuff like that. So it's definitely been a process, but it's driving great now. I mean, I've had the car for 4 years and it has like 0 issues. So I really enjoy it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it sounds great. Like, we just filmed the driving part and the back roads. And definitely, it's still a fun little car after all these years. Yeah, if I could fit into it, I would definitely consider it. But yeah, it's definitely a fun little Japanese sports car.
Yeah, it's definitely it's gonna go down in the books as an icon, I think.
I mean, everyone recommends it as their first sports car, especially back when it was like cheap. Now they're like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I won't tell you how much yours is worth, but like, you got it for a really good.
Yeah, I got a great deal on it. Whenever I bought it in 2019, pretty much right before like COVID and the price hike, and I actually got the car for $3,000, which at the time I was like, oh, that's it's a fair deal. Like, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
And now I don't know how much they're worth now, probably like double or triple or something like that. So
yeah, definitely take good care of it and keep it for a long time.
yeah, that's the plan, is to keep it for a long time. I'd love to like do some suspension modifications soon. Just replace more worn out bushings.
Yeah.
And just focus on cleaning up the interior, making it more comfortable. Just stuff like that.
That was pretty good. Pretty good.
It's got a really nice shootout down here.
Yeah. There you go.
This part right here is super cool.
I like how that said slow, and that was probably the fastest we went today. That was actually a little.
That little bottom like shootout is so much fun.
Yeah.
learn.
So basically, so I graduated college, or not college.